Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to our panel. My name is Niira Arisa and today along with my partner Sofia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Sofia binti Ramli.
We would like to present about the involvement of UNHCR in managing refugees in the era of COVID-19 pandemic in Selangor. Okay, firstly for the research background, in terms of refugee, UNHCR have defined the refugee as the individual who run away from the war, violence, conflict or persecution, and these people have crossed the international border to find the safety in another country. Okay, UNHCR also point that refugees are defined and protected in the international law because they are unable to have the protection from their own country and needs the international protection to enable for them to get the help against this threat. So what is UNHCR? UNHCR stands for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, the UN Refugee Agency, which is a global organization that help and protect the refugees around the world. The aims of UNHCR is to ensure the refugees who cross the border have the right in seeking the asylum and find the protection from another state or place that providing the shelter and safety.
I will explain about the problem statement of this study. The pandemic of COVID-19, or known as coronavirus pandemic, is one of the ongoing pandemics of coronavirus disease that are caused by the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. On 31 March 2020, the total cases showed 2,766 positive cases has been reported to the Ministry of Health. To ensure the spread under control, the Movement Control Order has implemented on 18 March 2020, where the MCO is related to the restriction of the people into or out of an area. The pandemic of COVID-19 will give some problem to them, especially the refugee, like lost their job, hard to find food and got no more money to live. The present situation for refugees during this pandemic is, firstly, they were facing a difficulty in accessing healthcare due to some situation like they live in urban place that makes hard to get transportation. Also, all the refugees holding a UNHCR card, but during the MCO, they were not able to renew their card and makes hard for them to getting any services due to the card was expired. Next is the research objective. Firstly, to identify the roles of UNHCR in handling the problems of refugees in Malaysia. Second is to study the purpose of NGOs in Malaysia to help the refugee. Third is to analyze the form of cooperation between UNHCR and NGOs in handling the problems of Rohingya refugees in Malaysia. Fourth, to study the potential solutions of refugees through UNHCR and NGOs.
Okay, next we move to the research design. In this study, to achieve the objective of the study, the researcher have used the method of qualitative method, and the sample size in this study is the smaller sample size because the sample size for the research is focusing on getting data by interview the non-governmental organization, which is UNHCR, regarding the role of UNHCR in managing the refugee during COVID-19 pandemic in Selangor. Okay, next for the sample technique, the non-probability sampling are be used in this study to examine the real phenomena. Okay, the type of non-probability sampling that apply in the research is the purposive sampling to gathering the primary data.
Then, a data collection can be defined as the process of gathering and measuring the information on variables of interest in the research. The technique of data collection that researcher use in this method is interview. The researcher has interviewed the officer from the UNHCR in Kuala Lumpur, which is Dr. Sushila Balasundaram, with the prepared questions to obtain the information about the research study.
Okay, next we move to the main finding for the involvement of UNHCR in managing the refugee in the era of COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, the finding has identified the role of UNHCR in managing refugee in the terms of health, social, human rights, education and policy. Okay, next in the context of health, UNHCR have increased the assistance response in many areas. One of the assistance that provided by UNHCR in Malaysia is hotline number. The hotline number that being provided is to helping in ensuring the refugee get information about the COVID-19. Okay, from the analyze, the hotline service are available daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and this COVID-19 hotline service have different number with various of language for different refugees. Besides that, UNHCR have comes together with the partner organisation who implement the health programs. In the finding, the UNHCR have support the project which is the Qatar Charity Project that funded by the Qatar Fund for Development to run the clinics around the country for the refugee. Okay, this project is to aiming the effectively address potential public health problems such as the outbreak disease. Pandemic COVID-19 have affecting the mental health. In this case, the UNHCR have provide the mental health and psychosocial support in refugee operation during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, in the finding, UNHCR have provide the helpline for the mental health counseling. Okay, in the analysis, in response to COVID-19, UNHCR not only focus on the food security and health service, but the mental health and psychosocial support MHPSS is also one of the public health in measure to COVID-19 Malaysia. Okay, beside that, UNHCR also launched the nationwide initiative which is Integrative Adapt Therapy for all refugee and asylum seeker across Malaysia during the pandemic.
For the findings of this study is community social work. The practice of professional social work with communities as a target population or setting for interventions is known as community social work. Community social work takes place in communities and it considers a variety of those communities. According to the researcher findings, Dr. Sushila stated that there are 30 different NGOs around the countries also assisted UNHCR to reaching them where they provide an assistance to manage 30,000 of refugees household across Malaysia. In order to helping the refugees, Dr. Sushila stated there is also NGOs under UNHCR volunteer to help the refugees by put an assistance, then providing them a basic necessities like food, pay rent for their houses, and others to ease their burden during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is because they cannot go out for work and to find food for them to survive during the outbreak of COVID-19. UNHCR also built partnership with the NGOs to make the flow in helping the refugees can be easier by getting the contact number of one representative for each refugee that stay in Malaysia. The analysis is there is one NGO that helping the refugees during the crisis of COVID-19 pandemic, which is Imam Response and Relief Team, IMARET, also led by Chief Coordinator Dr. Ahmad Yusof Yahaya. Since the end of 2014, IMARET has been involved in disaster relief activities. In November, the team has sent out a care pack called Pack Prihatin, which containing a food supplies and also a hygiene kits to the refugees.
Okay, seeking asylum is a fundamental human right. Everyone, including the refugee, have the right to live, liability, and the right to freedom from fear. Okay, from the finding, in the term of human right, UNHCR have stated that their role along with NGO to speak up regarding the refugee. Besides that, UNHCR also advocated and advised the government to enact the policy regarding the refugee and the non-citizen. In ensuring the protection for refugee, the UNHCR have used advocacy to influence the government.
Next findings are right for education. UNHCR advocates for refugee children's access to education, provides financial and material support to learning centers, supports teacher capacity building through teacher training and compensation, and continues to coordinate ad hoc support aimed at improving refugee children's access to and quality of education. According to Dr. Sushila, during the interview session stated that they also run an education program in terms of school, where in schools they provide, for example, books, whiteboards, school's uniform, and so on. According to UNHCR data from 2017, the country has 128 learning facilities. Other than that, UNHCR Malaysia is now collaborating with 6 education related implementing partners to improve refugee children's access to education and guarantee that the education they receive is one of high quality. The following are the primary activities of UNHCR Malaysia which are carried out in order to achieve many goals such as enhanced primary school learning outcomes for refugee children. For the analysis, in 2017, United Arakan Institute Malaysia UAIM was founded and located at Selangor. This institute focuses on the children of refugees who have lost one or both parents are served by UAIM. Besides, there are also informal schools that run by Mr. Rafiq Shah Muhammad Ismail, called as Rainbow of Love School for refugee children with the support from local NGO, which is My Welfare located in Selayang, Selangor.
Policy, UNHCR have stated that the lack of legal framework regarding the refugee in Malaysia have been the challenges of UNHCR and NGO in managing the refugee. Okay, Malaysia is not ratified the 1951 Refugee Convention and 1967 Protocol. Besides that, Malaysia does not have an asylum system regulating the status and right of refugee, and this situation has led the refugee in Malaysia are seen as illegal immigrants. Malaysia has been hosting the refugee based on humanitarians on case-by-case basis. Okay, from the finding, UNHCR has stated that the absence of local legal framework has been the limitation for UNHCR and the NGO to manage the refugee in Malaysia. Okay, from the analysis, in managing the refugee, the UNHCR have used the advocacy to influence the government, non-governmental partner, and the public at large to adopt the practice that ensure the protection of the those in needs. Okay, next we move to the limitation of the study. Okay, the limitedness of the past research regarding managing refugee during pandemic for reference is the limitation of this study. Although there are a lot of past research regarding the refugee, the past research of managing the refugee during pandemic are limited, as the world are facing the new pandemic, which is pandemic COVID-19. There is a difficulty for the researcher to find the data about the refugee during pandemic. Okay, this is shown that the limitedness of the past research regarding managing refugee during pandemic is one of the limitation in this research.
In a conclusion, NGOs in Selangor play an active role in safeguarding and assisting refugees assisted by UNHCR according to the findings of the study. It also has achieved the objective of the study, which the researcher has identified the roles of UNHCR in handling the challenges of refugees. For example, UNHCR was helping the refugees in terms of basic necessities, health, education, and provide mental health during pandemic by giving hotline service for the refugees so they're easy to communicate with them. Researcher also has analysed the cooperation between UNHCR and NGOs in handling problems arise that the refugees has faced during the pandemic and the solution that UNHCR and NGOs cooperate together for the refugees.